episode, and I'm at my second Wings Inspire monthly meeting. I'm going to show you guys what Wings Inspire is. Sorry. I'll show you what Wings Inspire is, and then I'll show you what we are doing. So I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, and I have a nonprofit called Wings Inspire. But what we really want to do is we want to make sure that people know about the resources that are available in our community. But the reason that I'm sharing this on YouTube, even though I've had people, from different parts of the world, is because there may be resources in your community that are similar to the ones that we have. And if not, if you hear something and you're thinking to yourself, wow, we don't have that here, we need that here as well, then maybe you can reach out and maybe you're the one to start it. So I'm not sure, but we're gonna go back in. We just took a tour of Miss Felicia's Early Development Center. It's called One for All LLC Academy, One for All Academy LLC. You can look that up online. And she just gave us a tour, and we're going to come back and do some other stuff here soon. But we are about to, I actually do host seminars as well as do workshops and conferences. So we're gonna do a little worksheet that I created, and my topic today is rest. And I'll show it you guys in here before we go in there. But this past season, if you've been following me, I've been sharing all the various things that I've had going on. If you've been watching, I've been from the East Coast to the West Coast. I've been to the beach multiple times. I've been working on several different projects, whether it's starting this nonprofit or just working on different things. So it's been very, very busy. I felt tired and exhausted at times. I was sick twice. If you go back and watch, I had laryngitis at one point. But I'm learning in this season that even when you have a call, even when you have a purpose, that you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So my topic today is going to be on rest. We're going to do some fun things, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do a tour. But I thought you guys might be interested to see what I do in my day-to-day. So that's why we're on here. So 1 second.
So what I've done is I've learned
I'm
how
on
to
YouTube.
cope with certain things.
I'm on YouTube just in case. I just want to make sure, since you were sharing something personal.
So I've learned how to cope with certain things, and now I have students, like I said, that's autistic, and I don't even cater to the diagnosis. Okay, this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna change over here. Okay, I'm gonna give you this. Okay, we're gonna, I had a student that couldn't talk, is now talking. Yeah. And so all of these things is you still keep doing it. You don't stop. And so my motto is, as long as they can respond, and when I say respond is you ask them to do something and they're able to do it, I'm gonna teach you. Even if you're 9 months old. I got a video on my Facebook. That little boy is 9 months old, and I'm giving him a shape. And as soon
I'm just trying to make sure Cynthia, step back. Yeah, you go there. You're fine right there.
As soon as he gets to put in his mouth or try to put in his mouth, let's change the shape. Mm-hmm. And he couldn't even walk when I told him I'm Brain's walker because he was the only one here. It was during COVID, and I let him roam around. He kept roaming around in there.
He wanted the colors
and the shapes. He wanted the colors and the shapes. I use color swatches from Lowe's, Home Depot. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw those or not. But this is another way I teach. So these are sight words. Mm-hmm. And I also, so I give that to parents so that they can have game night. Yep.
So I don't know if I explained to you guys, we are at One for All Academy, and we're here with Miss Tre'Dessa, Miss Cynthia, and Miss Felicia, and they're community leaders in our area.
I teach. So these are
swatches.
Color swatches.
Oh yeah, the paint. Yeah.
So I laminate so it lasts longer. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking.
I was just making sure people knew what was going on.
And so with this right here, they have to find the colors and
match them.
Is helping with their fine motor.
Oh yeah.
So they're matching.
Mm-hmm. I love this. That's perfect. Yeah.
So and then we say what color it is, and we just go from there. So, yeah. So it's just, just, it's not we're just gonna sit here. No, we're running around. We're moving. I might put these over here and they gotta run from one end to the other. I have a student who has ADHD, ODD, and one of the things when I look, because I had never worked with a student that has that, and the ODD is oppositional defiant disorder, for those that don't know, and with his ADHD, because mind you, I was just diagnosed in 2021. So before, I had never had any autistic or ADHD students. So what I did was, when he's trying to read, he'll start laughing, playing, or yawning. So what I would say is, okay, let's start running. And he would have to run from right there to right there. And I would stop and I was like, okay, what's this? He would read it just like that. It's because he done got bored just sitting there. Yeah. One of the things that I have learned is I talk too much. Everybody kept saying, oh, you talk too much. You're talking too much at church. I can't sit beside you. Da, 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 da. Now that I've been diagnosed with ADHD, I understand that if the conversation is not entertaining me, or you got to have theatrics. Is he about to get blowed up? That's what I'm waiting on, And so I have games on my phone. I'll just pull out my phone. Now I'm not bothering anybody. But again, that goes back to regardless of what the diagnosis is, you still find a way to gain their attention. And so that's the purpose of this program. How can we, I put some words in the Easter eggs and I hit them. I'll hit them around the house, or I'll hide them outside. That's another way.
Yeah, but you can also put like pennies and dimes and nickels.
Yes, ma'am.
So they can,
Yes, ma'am. What's in them?
So let's do this, because I told Felicia that I wanted to play as much as possible today too. So everybody, open up your egg and then find whatever it is that you have inside. And mine is a word, but Tre'Dessa actually has, show the people what you got, Tre'Dessa.
I have a red fuzzy.
A red fuzzy.
So with that, I use that for counting.
Okay.
So it's one in there. They'll just have to find the number one on the board, on the thing.
I like that because it's
Okay,
also
this is
different
she.
textures, and so it helps them with,
So another thing that Felicia, she got her little sheet here, and you can put the little finger puppet on it. I think somebody is coming in, and then you just put that on there for one. But I am Frederica. We're on YouTube now, so introduce yourself and what you do again. Don't mind quickly.
Hello everyone, I am Tre'Dessa Smalls. I'm with Upstate Forever. I am their land policy grassroots specialist, and I do advocacy and grassroots work with land planning and policy.
Okay, and I'm Frederica Hutchinson, executive director. How you doing?
Hey,
Come on in.
y'all
That's your
doing?
brother. Hey, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. You can let me move my stuff, and you can have a seat right here. But
Hey.
thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Oh, got my stuff everywhere. We'll put my stuff over here. But we were just kind of we've been playing some of Miss Felicia
She on
games,
YouTube.
and we're introducing our organizations or who we're representing. And then I have a short little thing we're gonna do, and we do have, so the name of my nonprofit is WINGSInspire, and what we inspire to do is just to make sure that people not only know about the resources, but really that people know about themselves, helping people with identity, build confidence, build their skills, so that they can ultimately find their purpose. We've been talking most of the morning indirectly about just what it means for community. And when each one of us are operating and doing what we're called to do, then there's no need. We'll be able to fill all the needs in our community. And so that's the ultimate goal. So we all got an egg.
Oh,
What's
you
your
want
name?
to talk about what?
Jermaine.
Jermaine, okay. And I'm just gonna turn around and the camera for a minute, let you, if you don't mind, let you introduce yourself. And I'll turn it back out for you in a minute. Jermaine, you wanna introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Jermaine. Jermaine Mills. I'm with Gateway to Solutions, and what we do, we offer housing to the elderly who's getting low income, homeless veterans, and just the homeless in general. We just offer affordable living, a shared living environment, and just trying to solve the homeless problem.
I love it, and it's my first time actually hearing about Gateway to Solutions, and that's the reason we're doing what we're doing is because a lot of times people don't know about the resources. I'm trying to figure out a way to get everybody in, but I don't think Jermaine will be able to get in. But Gateway to Solutions. But we're trying. There's a lot of resources in our community that we don't know about, so that's one of the reasons we do what we're doing. And like I stated earlier, if you're not in the upstate area, we're in South Carolina, and say I had someone on my call yesterday from Australia, and you don't have a program like this, maybe you're the person that's supposed to create it. So this is still gonna be beneficial. So we had the little Miss Felicia gave us little eggs. Tre'Dessa had a little red fuzzy in hers. And Miss Felicia uses that, again, would you classify yourself as a developmental center?
Developmental learning program.
Learning program, okay. So mine is WIN. And this right here is interesting because like my daughter, I forgot fail. Yesterday the word was fail. And I said something fail. Or I think I was saying I don't remember which one I was using, but if we don't teach them to distinguish, they will think it's F-A-I-L versus F-E-L-L. And this is one of those words, win. And so somebody might think we're talking about the win, but, and I'll let Miss Felicia explain how she uses this, but it's W-H-E-N, win.
Okay, so with that, my student is learning her sight words. So I have been putting them in these eggs and I hide them around the house. And she'll get the word, tell me what it is, sound it out if she don't know, and then she'll write a sentence with it. That's why it says it is cold in here, because the word was here. So yeah.
I think she was telling you something subliminally too. It was cold in here. I was saying, no, it was hot. I had my little fur and leather on. I was going to burn it up.
Because mine is, so,
Is.
yeah.
Can you use that in a sentence, Miss Cynthia?
It is winter time.
No, they have different stuff. Hers is the balls. She has one.
Oh.
I use that for counting. So so when I'm doing the Easter egg hunt, I'll put those in there, and they'll have to count what's in the egg, and then put it either on that one or another one, and they'll trace it.
Okay, got you.
What's yours?
These are good for color too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And those two, they're good for colors.
Mm-hmm.
The what's in the inside, like with hers is red, his
Right.
was yellow and green.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things I want to say is, again, we're local. If you're in the upstate area and you're looking for someone, if your child's a little behind or you just don't, haven't had the time, One for All Academy LLC. I said it right this time. I want to say One for All, but it is, I'm going to say All for One, but it is One for All Academy LLC. But she's really, really good with the children. So we're just highlighting community resources. And again, if you don't have this in your area, maybe you're the person that's supposed to be doing it. Okay, what we doing next, Miss Felicia? Did brother get an egg?
Yeah, he got the little pom-poms.
What'd you get, brother?
Some pom-poms.
He got two. Tre'Dessa, you should go and protest. You only got one red. He got two. What's your colors, brother?
Yellow and green.
Yellow and green.
Yeah.
One is all you need.
And yours is bigger too, by the way. Yours is bigger.
So all the protests.
Yeah.
I think this is wonderful because, like I said, I've got a disabled sister.
Yes.
And trying to find services, nobody gave me anything. I had to dig and Google and research and having this out here and we can pass the information on and help these children because they do need help.
And that is the purpose of today's meeting is to highlight Felicia's developmental center, but also to highlight what each of us are doing in the community and to actually hopefully bring more people together in the future, because the more resources we know about, the better we're going to be able to serve our community. Normally we have about 25 to 35 people at our meetings. Today's a little smaller, but it doesn't mean that the impact is not as large. I've learned about some great organizations just now. I'm gonna have Miss Cynthia. We were on Facebook earlier, but I'm gonna have Miss Cynthia, because we're on YouTube now.
Okay.
Just share what she does, what community she represents, and why things like this is even important.
Yeah. I'm Cynthia Chance, and I'm the president of the Dunning Mills Community Alliance, and our community is right across the road from the Prisma Hospital, right behind the old Kmart. And we have a lot of people coming and going, renters. We have a lot of homeowners, but now that they're passing away, of course, then renters come in. And this is a good opportunity for me to pass on information, to try to, any child needs help. We have a lot of children in the neighborhood. Any child needs help, you know, at least I have an avenue to say, okay, hey, I have some information for you. And I love going to meetings like this because it does give me this resource, and then I can pass it on to people that need it.
And that's the purpose. A lot of times, and I've been guilty of it. Well, I'll say I've been guilty, but at the same time, I believe in collaboration and partnership. And so that always takes the load off and makes it so much easier. But if you're out here in the community, and I've met people who've been, you know, in the community 10, 20, 30 years, you can get burned out.
Yeah.
And if you are the only person, or if you feel like, oh, I'm just doing this by myself, somebody comes to you, they need housing, or their kids need shoes, or they need glasses, or whatever it is, you might think to yourself, I don't know. But just because you don't know, there's somebody probably in this room who knows about a program that offers free glasses, that offers free shoes, that offers housing. So that's what we're doing today, is we're just talking about resources in our community. And again, you might be somewhere else. I met a friend yesterday, Pookie from Australia. I hope you're watching. Oh, I love Pookie. Pookie was all over the channel yesterday. But wherever you're at in this world, you can actually, if you don't have a program, you can start a program. So we're just giving you some ideas and letting you know what we have right here in the upstate. So hopefully, if you are in the upstate, you'll reach out to one of us if you need the services we are offering. Felicia, we'll let your brother go first, and then we'll turn over the rest of it to you. And then I do have something for you guys. I'm the executive director at WINGSInspire, and so what I do is workshops, conferences. Part of my purpose and calling is to help people find their identity and their purpose through identifying their skills and helping them become confident to go out and to be successful. So I have a little worksheet here that I'll do at the end, but we'll have brother, turn it back over to Felicia, then I'll go. That'll kind of be our outline.
Oh, can they see him?
Can they see?
Yeah, they can see.
Oh, yeah, they can see him.
And what we're doing now?
So, I don't know if you were on the camera earlier,
When you told
us about Gateway to Solutions. You might have, but
I was on the camera.
you're on the camera? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Brother's like, I ain't speaking on I'm just like, okay. You want to tell us one more time?
Yes. My name is Jermaine Mills, and I'm with Gateway to Solutions, and what we do, we provide affordable housing to the veterans, elderly, even the homeless, because we know it's too expensive in Greenville County to have a deposit, move in, pay a deposit on lights, water, and also have all that stuff paid. So what we do is we charge a flat rate of $800, and you know, everything is included, lights, water, internet, and a shared home environment.
See, for me, and I'm gonna ask you guys, I didn't know about that, and I've worked around other veteran programs in our community, and I didn't even know that your program existed. And that's the problem a lot of times. It's not that the resources aren't available, people just don't know about them. So thank you so much.
That's why these meetings are important.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, Miss Felicia, you had a worksheet.
Oh, let me tell about my did you record me when I was talking about it?
Which part?
The like what it entails and
No.
okay.
So I was on Facebook earlier, but you can go ahead and share everything.
Okay, so I am Felicia O'Neill with One for All Academy LLC, and it's my last name. That's why it's so important. The One for All. So if you take out the 4 and the extra L, it's O'Neill.
Isn't that cute? And creative, which is what she does.
So this program prepares children for daycare all the way up to kindergarten, first grade. And then for children ages 6 to 9, that's on a basic level. Maybe they need help with name recognition, writing. I create activities based upon that child to help them with their learning needs. This program is a 1 to 2 hour program. I also work with parents, so maybe the parent wants to learn how to teach their child. So I create my own worksheets and send them out to parents.
Quick question for you, Ms. Felicia, not to interject, but we do have people who on the other side, maybe on the West Coast, wherever on the East Coast, would they still be able to utilize your services?
Yes, I do offer online services as well.
Okay.
It's 1 hour, and what that entails is we'll do a movement song, and then we will I create slides based upon the child. So if the parent gives me pictures, I'll have the child on an eagle if we're talking about vowels. You know, just something that will gain the child's attention. And I also create different activities as well.
So you were gonna do a song with us, cause I told Felicia I really want today to be memorable. So when you guys leave here, if somebody say what you do today, you can literally tell them what you did. And by the way, I love taking pictures and I love record. I like document, and I just like documenting. So, but
I use this for colors.
Okay.
I did pink on purpose for you.
Why would you do
so is he
that?
a big brother or little brother?
He's the baby brother.
Oh, he's the
The big brother.
You the big brother?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna do your song, Miss Felicia.
Oh, so I do my introductory song before we get started. It's hello, and it's hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. And then I'll say yay, and then if it's morning or afternoon, then let's say it's afternoon, I'll say good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon to you, and I'll say their name to make it more personal. Good afternoon to you, and then I'll shake their hand. So
Okay.
I shake their hand over there.
So can we do the song together, Miss Felicia?
Okay.
Okay.
All
So is it a call and response?
right. We just say it together.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all remember the words?
We'll just
Okay,
one,
hello,
two,
hello, hello, and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Yay!
I did. I was just really right behind you. Just didn't nobody notice.
Yes.
Get them to clap their hands after. This way it gives them another
Sensation.
Participate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sensation.
Well, normally when I say their name, then that's when I'll say good morning, Jennifer, or
Yeah.
something like that, and I shake their hand. But yeah, we can clap their hands too. That's a good one. All right, what's next for us?
Okay, so did you have anything else that you wanted to share, Miss Felicia? Oh, I know what we were gonna do before I share with you guys. Everybody got a hat, brother. You got to go get a hat. It's in the back room, and I'm gonna get my hat. And you gotta go get this, brothers. That's mine. Don't be trying. You go get your own hat, Miss Felicia. Bye. Y'all, Felicia hate when people say bye, Felicia. She said, matter of fact, she goes by hi, Felicia, not bye, Felicia. I'm trying to make sure you guys are on there. Just making sure you're still there. Okay, we're still recording. I think I still got everybody in there. So I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the hats when Miss Felicia comes back. And these are things that she. So everybody got a hat, and this is just another way to learn. So each person, you're gonna kind of describe what your hat is, and not just through words, but we're gonna kind of act it out. So what would somebody who's wearing your hat be doing? And why would this hat be significant? Brother over there cheating. Be like, brother, you can do one of these. What you do? So my hat, I feel like I would have on a sundress, and that I would wear this dress like to church, or maybe even if I'm out in my garden and I'm gardening. So I'm just gonna pretend like I'm a little girl. My name's Frederica, and I'm 6.
Okay.
And I got my son, we're about to go to church this morning.
Okay.
And I got my little church purse.
Yeah, I got some pocketbooks back there.
And I'm just walking in with my mama, and I'm looking cute, because I got my little church dainty hat on. So I just kind of acted out my hat. And then, I don't know, Miss Felicia, what else would you ask me to do with this hat?
I don't know, because I haven't done that before.
Okay, well, maybe the colors.
Okay.
You want me to?
You can talk about colors on that.
Okay, yeah. So, if Miss Felicia asks me to describe my hat, maybe I got a lavender and orange hat, and it has some light blue flowers in it. And if she wanted to know why I chose to act out a little girl going to church on Sunday, because I just think this is a fancy little hat. What you guys think? Y'all think that's a fancy little hat? Isn't that cute? So that's mine. So we'll go around the room. Who wants to go next?
I will.
Okay, Tre'Dessa. And you probably
Yeah.
stand right here. And I'm hoping people can hear it because I didn't put a microphone on it.
Oh, I don't even know how to get this on my head.
Okay. Instruction. All right.
Oh, I gotta take a picture.
Engineer hat.
Oh, engineer. Okay, I like that.
So when I think of engineers, I think of like the thing that goes.
Oh, that is construction,
yeah.
never mind.
But an engineer, like, they help with that and they put stuff together. So
Mhm.
put stuff together.
Okay.
The color is bright orange and
Oh, you mean?
I mean yellow. I might need to come to your program.
We're still learning our colors here. It's okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna edit that out.
This is a bright yellow.
We gotta go over colors real quick.
This is bright yellow. But yeah, that's pretty much my hat.
I love it.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you. Give our friend a round of applause. Okay, Miss Cynthia.
Okay, this is my hat. I don't know if it'll fit. I feel like it could be for the Army. What's the other one called? Marines or Air Force as they're going through their basic training and stuff like that. And yeah, I think all the different military branches use stuff like this, especially when they're training. And it is a camouflage with brown and tan. And they're out there to save our country. So let's give them all a big hand and say thank you to the Air Force.
Thank you, everybody. I'll tell you what I thought about as each one of us have spoken so far is this is also good with public speaking. Think about it. A lot of times, most people are not introduced to speaking publicly until they're like high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in middle school, and I still remember her name, first and last name, because I wanted to get up there and speak for her so badly. Because our teacher told her if she did not speak, that she would get a 0.
Oh.
And that could have impacted her GPA and even graduation. And I don't think she spoke, but I've never had a problem speaking publicly, if y'all can't tell. And but I think this would really be great to introduce at the little ages.
Yeah, no, that's really good because I just started speaking public and I still have a hard time with it. And I get it right now. I'm pretty not good at it, but I'm more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
But like when I first did, it's like I'm about to be 40, and I'm like don't know what to say and get this nervousness, and it can be bad.
So that's, like I said, WINGSInspire, that's one of the things we do is help people find their confidence. But the only reason I'm mentioning it, I am putting a plug in for myself, but the reason I'm mentioning that is people don't understand that confidence will take you places that knowledge won't.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all ever met somebody you like, how they did this job?
Mm-hmm.
But they were confident and they knew who they were. And they might not have been as smart as you. And a lot of times, and I've done research on that, a lot of times the smartest people are the ones that kind of stay low back because they know their limitations. The not so smart people, sometimes. But my point is that confidence, again, will take you places that even knowledge won't take you. So confidence, in my opinion, comes through experience and education. The more experience you have, exposure to something, the more confident you're going to be. That's what makes the difference. A lot of times it's just having that confidence.
Okay.
You Miss Felicia?
I think.
Y'all, she think because it's her house that she don't have to stand up like we all do.
Right.
This her business.
Yeah.
This her business. She like, I'm just gonna sit right here.
Rest.
Speaking of which is our topic today. Come up a little bit. 'Cause
When I
don't
think
know.
of this, I think about like the bicentennial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. And the what I would do in this is it's got some shapes. So we got some stars. We got the color red and white and blue. So yeah.
It's got the flag on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sideways. Yeah, the flag. I didn't even recognize that. So yeah.
Okay, good job. Everybody, tell our friends. I'm playing Miss Felicia right now, y'all.
Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just okay. I think I'm on vacation. That's where I went, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
To
Mexico.
Mexico. So
We're gonna use props.
Oh, you got more?
Yeah,
I got a little
some
thing in the bag.
yeah, so we're practicing, I guess, on a skillet,
Okay.
cooking tacos and on the beach.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, so what texture and what colors do you have in your head?
Well, I have it's blue and brown made out of straw. So it's a straw hat with blue trimming, and yeah, I think it's a nice Mexican sombrero.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you, our friend.
When you say brown though?
Tan?
I don't know.
I was thinking tan. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
See, but that sparks conversation. I'm gonna tell you something that I'm noticing, and I'm trying to encourage my kids is to think, because right now they have video games and they have all these distractions, and children they're not as creative as we were, and I think that's one of the reasons Felicia's program, One for All Academy LLC, is so great, is because they have to use that
Use
creativity.
their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Miss Felicia, is there anything else you want to do before we turn it over to me?
No, I think that's all.
Well, I have one other thing, y'all, and Felicia loves when I do this, and she already knows what I'm about to do.
I really don't.
But there's a song, and I need if there's anybody out there watching, I need your support. And so we're all gonna do a call and response song. I'll sing it first, and then we're gonna sing it together. This is Felicia's favorite song.
It's not.
It's her favorite song. Sometimes she denies it because she enjoys it so
It's
much.
not sometimes.
It's called the Popcorn Song. And the song is, who wants some popcorn, some popcorn, some popcorn? Who wants some popcorn? It's popcorn time. And it's Felicia's favorite part. She says, I want some popcorn, some popcorn, some popcorn. I want some popcorn. It's popcorn time. Hey, Felicia, check on those wings and see if they need to be.
Who wants some wings? Some wings, some wings. Who wants some wings? It's wings right now.
You see, she loves the song so much that she had to recreate it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up, we're gonna clap, we're gonna do it really, really loud because I promise y'all this is her favorite song. Okay, so, and we're gonna even do some little, what you think, Miss Cynthia, we go popcorn and this and then time like this, y'all?
Sure.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Who wants some popcorn, some popcorn, some popcorn? Who wants some popcorn? It's popcorn time.
I know that's not
Felicia,
my
we
role.
waiting on you, ma'am.
I know that's not my
Your
role
part.
entertaining this song.
Okay, we'll sing the I want some popcorn since she had like she don't. Okay. I want some popcorn, some popcorn, some popcorn. I want some popcorn. It's popcorn time.
What did you want me to do with the wings?
Are they done? They're warm?
Did you turn it on?
I did earlier, but are they cool? I wanted you to see if they're warm because we're gonna actually these pants. We're gonna actually fix our plates, and then I'm going to go over my topic for today. Anybody got the actual time? I don't know if my time is right.
It's right here. It's almost 12.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, we can put these back.
Like I said, this is gonna be a big,
Oh, you
big
have that.
help,
Uh-huh.
and
And
especially
if you
if we
need
have
to,
more
hand
and
it to
more of
somebody
these
else if you don't
places
like it.
opening up.
You need it
Because kids do need individual
Excuse me.
or small groups,
Uh-huh.
because they're not getting.
Yeah,
in the
I
class.
have extras too, so if you wanna, hand it out
Yeah,
or
they're
whatever.
not, you know.
Some of them are not,
Eliminated.
yeah.
So what we'll do is, and you guys stay with us, unfortunately, we can't offer you any wings, but you can watch us eat. We're gonna go fix our plates. I'm gonna take you guys on a tour. I'll let everybody wash their hands, the bathroom's right here, and then you can go help yourself in the kitchen.
Did you, you check it.
Okay, I'll do that first, and then I'll, come back and then let you guys serve your food, and then I'm gonna be going over, we're gonna be talking about rest and why it's so important.
If you wanna give me that, I can put it up for you.
Thank you.
I heard you in here entertaining that song.
What about mine? It's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice,
No,
sister.
I'm not doing that. I am not doing
Why
that.
don't you like it?
The song, so the
Yeah.
story behind that song, y'all, is, I've been telling Felicia for years that the world is waiting on her YouTube channel. Now, I've seen some, people out there, and, there's some good teachers out there on YouTube, but what she has to offer, the world is waiting on.
Right.
And so if she did what she does and recorded it on a bigger scale,
Mhm.
then I believe she's gonna blow up just like popcorn.
Right.
And that's where I came up with the popcorn song. I came up with the song because I told her, I said, that could be one of your little theme songs, and people get to know.
Yep.
So y'all, go to her website. Felicia, what's your website? I'll have her tell you in a minute. And y'all encourage her.
www.oneforallacademyllc.com.
And that's spelled O-N-E, one.
4, the number 4.
Okay, so everybody come fix their plate.
Thank you.
Let me put these wings on the, hold on one second.
Where's the rest of mine?
That way to the, left. Hey, thanks for coming, brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you take my phone numbers down too?
Yes,
Okay?
definitely.
And like I said, just give me a call, heads up, maybe the night before if you need help or something. And, like I said, the only thing I do is usually in the evening, and it'll be Tuesday, and then Thursdays and Fridays right now. Tuesdays should be starting because they're doing the Vida
Okay.
and the income tax. And
You can come fix your plate.
y'all know that if you make less than $65,000, that you can go to Vida and get your income tax done too.
Even
Oh,
if you're a
yeah.
business.
You'll tell people about that?
If
It's through the
you
United
make
Way.
under 65,000,
Yeah.
It went up 5,000 this year. It was 6,000 before.
You wanna go?
I mean 60,000.
yeah.
Well, why you not eating? We got wings, we got a lot of food.
I'm not eating till 5 o'clock.
Oh, I forgot. Well, at least take it with you. You don't wanna be tempted? I want you to be tempted.
I know you do. No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
So we have been here at One for All Academy, and I'm gonna take you around and show you the school. Felicia took them on a tour earlier.
Huh? Some silverware? Oh, here's.
It's in you found it?
Is that warm enough for you? If you need some more, just,
Put in the air
put it
fryer.
in the air fryer. Okay.
So we are just gonna have us,
Do it this way.
we got wings. The wings are from Humble Hands. That is a local catering service, and she's gonna be mad at me. I put this foil on here, but I could have made that prettier, but they are delicious. So we got salad, salsa and dip, but I want to show you guys around. We've already taken a tour. Will you take on a tour right fast, Miss Felicia?
Okay. So, right here is the classroom. This is where we do all our learning. We do if your child is doing the 1 hour program, then they'll come in, we'll do a music. It'll be something on the computer or, I have instruments. So the goal is for, music and movement. And then we'll go into our activities. It could be we're reading about colors, or we are actually touching our colors. I have many different ways to teach. We have different games. So if we're doing our letters, what they can do is get one of our bean bags. It's uppercase and lowercase, and then they find the letter. Or they can jump on the letter, whatever is good. And so basically we just find creative ways to help your child to learn.
Okay, love it. Will you share one other thing and then we'll let you go grab you something to eat and I'm gonna get me something to eat. But I love this whole, and I'm gonna show them. So she actually, I'll let her explain why y'all are seeing these envelopes all through the center. And I'm gonna open this one up because it has money in it. And these are little, of course they're not real. And she also makes bucks for the kids too. So will you explain to us why you have these envelopes all over the house?
So I had a child that was learning how to count, and so her sister was with her, and when they first came in the house, they had pocketbooks with $1,500 a piece in it, and it was supposed to be where they were going to rent or mortgage. So it was $516. The goal was for them to share. However, the little one didn't want to share. So that's how we ended up here. So one had this room, the other had this room. And they counted out the money and they put it there. If they wanted to come in here, they had to pay $200. If they wanted something to eat, before they ate, it is an envelope in the kitchen for them to put their money. Their work, what they did to gain money was they had to do activities. So I would let them play for a while in their areas. And one was learning how to count, how to tell time. So she would have to look at the clock and put the hands where they go and tell me what time it was. And then the other one, she's younger, so she did different activities.
Okay.
So that is.
Show them a Felicia book right fast. So she got a Felicia book, but whatever your child's name is, she will put their picture and their information on it so they can see it.
So that's me when I was a kid.
Ain't that cute? And she has different, it ain't called denominations. What is it called when it's different, like $1, $5?
Oh, yeah.
Are those denominations?
Denominations.
They are denominations. Oh, I feel, it's okay. Denominations of money. Okay, so we're just gonna eat. You guys can watch us. And then, I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna get ready to get started. Please get your plate. And then I'm gonna, enlighten us on,
They sign in too.
oh, yes, we are, whatever
So
we
when they
use.
come in, they sign in. They have their own little face. He's learning how to write his name. So, but everybody's different. So I have a little girl that already knows how to write her name, so she has to write a sentence. She's working on it. She's working on.
Ain't nothing on there.
Brother out there giving out money, y'all. So, again, I'm Frederica Hutchinson, and I recently started a YouTube channel called Life Reimagined Show. That's what we're on right now. And what I do on the Life Reimagined Show is I'm just reimagining my life. About 4 months ago,
It's fine. I don't have any right now.
about 4 months ago, I left my job. I started the nonprofit and I started a YouTube channel, but it wasn't really about just starting things. It was about me trying to find my purpose. My backstory is I lost my 7-year-old daughter 15 years ago. My mom accidentally ran over her, so it was very tragic. And what I realized is trauma will paralyze you. And not just me, I share my story But there are so many other people. There are people who have lost their jobs. There are people who have lost their spouses. There are people who have lost their health. Whatever it is that you envision in your future, if that thing all of a sudden just goes away, who would you be? What would you be? And that's what I do, is I want people to think about who they are, not just who they are, but what they were purposed for. So my background is human resource development. I actually have my master's in human resource development. So I was on the other side, basically, where I was able to hire people. I've seen people come in the door and start a job and then hate that job. And I've also been on the other side where I've been unemployed. And recently, my last job, I worked in workforce development, and it's almost like I finally feel like I can kind of see eagle's eye view of what happens a lot of times. People get stuck, and they get stuck because they feel like this is their only option. And I'm here to say it's not your only option. You are actually born with gifts inside of you. These gifts are things that you probably even take for granted. And we're going to go around the room in one moment, but he's been directing traffic for me. Let him know. I guess he's
Okay.
ready to leave. Ronald, I'm on the YouTube, but
Directing traffic, where's the traffic?
thank you.
You said direct traffic.
Well, he had to make sure everybody, we didn't know how many we were gonna have, so he's been helping us direct traffic.
Oh, okay.
So, when I was talking about purpose and just finding that gift inside of you, 9 times out of 10, if you're trying to figure out what your gift is, it's probably that thing that annoys everybody else. So like I said, they've called me mouth of the South, they've called me lower mouth my whole life, but really, that's part of my gifting. So I'm gonna ask you guys, we'll go around the room very quickly, and if you're not embarrassed, because really once you embrace that thing, that's probably gonna be part of your purpose. So let's talk about for one moment, what's that thing that gets on everybody's nerves that you do? And it could be my youngest son, he bebops a lot. He'll be tapping on something, but it's because really he's musically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
So once you figure out what that thing is, then you can figure out how can I make that thing grow. So brother, what's that thing that Felicia, what your brother do that gets on your nerves? I might not want to ask Felicia, y'all, because me and Felicia got this inside joke. I always tell her she be slapping with them words. Felicia be like, yeah, what's your thing?
I really don't know.
What's he really good at, Felicia? What have you noticed about him? Most people probably didn't pick up on it when he was younger.
I think I'm good at business, but I don't know how it carried on to business.
You probably started. Did you sell candy in elementary school?
I sold chips and
See?
stuff like that.
See, I did too, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
That means he has an entrepreneurial spirit. He thinks outside the box. And that's what I do, is I kind of help people connect the dots, figure out what skills they have. Because most of the time when people come to me, they think I don't have any skills. I'll share one story. I had a gentleman, and he was under 30, but he hadn't worked in maybe the last 10 years. And he had been home taking care of his parents, who were both elderly. And so he felt like because he didn't have a traditional job that he didn't have any skills.
Mm-hmm.
And I helped him realize, sweetie, you got more skills than everybody sitting in this room. He had logistics, he had finance, he had culinary. So a lot of times it's not that you don't have gifts, it's just that you don't know what gifts you
Right,
possess.
you gotta find them.
So we got to find them. Miss Felicia, and I think what was something you would say about yourself? And it can either be something that you notice that used to irritate people, or what you think your gift is.
I talk too much.
And now you're a teacher.
Now I'm a teacher.
Yeah, see?
And I get to teach parents too, so, yeah.
What about you, Miss Cynthia?
I think I had to learn to be very independent. And I think now it bothers some people, probably men more than anybody, because I can do a lot myself.
Problem solver.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've been through a divorce and I've stood up on my own 2 feet and I can do it. And that's what I had to realize, that I can do it. I don't need to be able to have to lean on somebody else. If I want to, that's okay, but I don't have to.
Yeah.
So everybody has to learn to be an independent person. You are who you are.
Yes. And that's so important because so many times in our society, we're taught to basically be just like everybody else. But truth of the matter, if you look at the celebrities of today, all of them, particularly if you go back to like their high school years, most of them were considered odd. But it's the people who embrace themselves that are the people that are the most successful because they know who they are. And they don't break every time somebody say ... about them. But a lot of times what we do, and I've had to learn. I'm teaching myself about me in this season, and I'm listening for my weaknesses, my opportunities. I'm basically doing a SWOT analysis. Any of you guys know what SWOT analysis is? Anybody heard of it? I'm sure you use them. Anybody want to say what it is? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so a lot of times we think about that in business, but if you apply that to yourself too, I recently, one of the things that I had to learn about myself was that, I don't even know if I want to share that one. I'll share it because I'm in a season where I'm actually trying to grow from all my things. But one of my weaknesses is that I freeze. And so sometimes when you have threats, knowing how you handle the threat can actually help you overcome it. If I don't know that I freeze, then guess what happens? Sometimes I'll get stuck. And that's how I went through that season in my life where I was stuck for so long. So now in this season, I call Felicia a lot, and I'll be like, Felicia, I did such and such and such and such, but I'm really trying to figure out why did I do that? And so many times we're not taught to question why we do something. Our first thing is make an excuse for it.
Yeah.
Well, I was tired. But let's go back. Why were you tired? Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we're talking about today.
And I heard some of that comes from your parents also, because you was taught not to question your parents also. So when you grow up and your parents saying, cause questioning your parent is a form of disrespect. But really, I think you should be able to question why your parent is doing something. So if your parent tell you to go outside and paint the house pink, I think you should be obligated to ask, why am I painting the house pink? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that come from, just not being able to question authority.
Yes. And so that's one of the things, like we were talking about earlier, is just thinking, being able to process, being able, like Cynthia said, to problem solve. The more we do those things, the more we're going to get. And my word for 2025 and even 2026 is alignment. What happens a lot of times, is that your word too? If your word's alignment, put a comment in the section. Yes. So our word, Tre'Dessa, and our word is alignment. And the reason mine is alignment is because what I noticed about myself, when I went through clinical depression, I already had a master's degree. I already had a house. I had a car. I had accomplished a lot of things that we try to focus, yet I was depressed. And not only was I depressed, I could not even work. And I say could not because mentally, I felt like I could not even work a full-time job. So for 8 years, I worked part-time. And so a lot of times it's perception. It's the way we perceive ourselves. And that's why I say one of my goals is to help people build a confidence to identify the skills, because maybe I can teach you some skills, but most of you at this stage already have the skills that you need to be successful. You just need a little help and encouragement. So one of the things I want to do today, since we were here at One for All Academy LLC, is, and Miss Felicia, we have been participating, and she's been walking us through how she teaches her children. So one of the things that I wanted to do is kind of in the same line of learning. How many of you have kids?
I do.
You got kids? How many of you remember signing permission slips? Even if you don't, you were a teacher. You've given out permission slips before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what is a permission slip? I'll let you, since you were a teacher, Tre'Dessa. Oh, you're eating too. You want me to wait? Anybody want to share what a permission slip is?
Give them allowance to do something.
Okay, allowance. And normally, Kind of like, and this is Jermaine.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine, similar to, because I've been calling you brother the whole time, so you're just my brother. But similar to Jermaine, people are not given, a lot of times we have authority figures, and the authority figures get to tell us what we're supposed to think and what behaviors are acceptable. Today, we're all grown, so we're going to take back some of that control. And I have brought here a permission slip for everybody. So I'm going to give you guys a permission slip. I'm going to explain my permission slip. And then we're going to sign our permission slips. So I was sharing with you guys, and I don't know if I cut myself off earlier or not, but the last 3 to 6 months of my life have just been life-changing. And one of them is because I decided I wanted to change my life, hence Life Reimagined Show. But with that said, I was burning a candle on both ends. So I was going to sleep late, I was waking up early, I was working probably 20 hours a day, and I thought that's what I needed to do for progress. What happened at the end of December 2025 is I found myself sick. I don't know if it was COVID, flu, what it was. I thought I was good. 7 days later, about a week or two later, I had flu again. So my body was speaking to me and telling me, I'm tired. We need to rest. We need regulation. And what I learned in that season, because I couldn't do anything for almost a week. Luckily for me, it was right around Christmas and New Year's, so most things were closed down.
Right.
So it was like, God, thank you. This is perfect timing because I can actually get some rest in. But regardless if it's the holidays or not, we have to give ourselves permission to rest. And I do have a question, and if you feel comfortable, you can share. If you don't, if you're watching us, you can come in as well. How many of you have ever gone to a season and you just felt like I cannot catch up? I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I can't. I've poured. I've given. If anybody has a story they'd like to share, we'll open up the floor for a minute, and we won't have to.
I actually need to work on resting because I'm always going. I'm always taking calls. I'm always, as soon as I lay down, all the way up until I get up in the morning, it's ring, ring, ring. I got to do this. I got to do that. And it's like I got a problem with slowing down. But I think a lot of that comes from not having in my past. So I think I'm afraid of not having again.
Mm-hmm. And you're not the only one. If most of us were to kind of figure out where, and that's one of the things I try to do is I try to do root work. I try to get to the root of life and figure out what this come from. And 9 times out of 10, it came from childhood. It came from the way we were raised. It came from our parents.
Absolutely.
My oldest son one time told me, I said, why didn't you tell me you needed such and such? He said, because we can't afford it. I said, how did you draw that conclusion? He said, because you said, and I can't remember what he said I said, but
They hear things.
So they hear things. So I'm just going to share a few facts about a universal truths about rest. And for you guys who are watching, I kind of went over some of these yesterday when I was at the little water fountain. But one universal truth about rest is not a reward for work completed. That was one of my problems. I thought, okay, I can rest once I complete this. No. You can rest because your body requires rest. Rest is a requirement for life sustained. I was videoing downtown yesterday, and I just happened to look in my camera, and there's trees. And we know for the most part that in the springtime, trees have what? They got leaves, right? So right now, there were no leaves on these trees. Why do you think that is? Because even trees need to release, and they can't carry all the weight all year long. So why do we think that we're supposed to carry weight all year long? And so the reason that I'm doing this section is because one of the things that I want to do is not just tell people about the resources that are available in our community. I want to be a resource for our community leaders. I recognize that you guys are out there on the front lines, that you work really hard, that you put a lot out. You're always pouring into other people. And what I want these meetings to be about is me being able to pour back into you guys, for you to re-energize so that you can go out there and continue to do the things that you do. So that's what this is about. So nature never apologizes for rest. And so kind of along the same lines, why do we apologize? Why do we feel like, I'm sorry, I can't do that? No, I'm tired. And it's that simple. Okay, the human body demands it. So our muscles rebuild only during rest. Did y'all know that? The brain, somebody help me with that word. Consolidates memory during sleep. Emotional regulation depends on the nervous system recovery. So without rest, the body does not push through. It breaks down. And that's what I was telling you guys kind of happened to me right there during the holidays. You can only go for so long. And what I've noticed, I was talking to a friend recently, and the friend's actually working on a project for me, and I had to explain, I was just like, in due time. Because if you try to push through this today, guess what's going to happen in a week or two? If you don't get the proper rest that you need, your body will shut you down. And when you have that first little sniffle, that might be a sign, but if you continue to just keep on pushing, it could develop into something more. So, productivity without rest leads to depletion, not progress. Across every culture and industry, burnout reduces clarity. It can, one of the things that I noticed when I was in those 10 years of clinical depression, it was fatigue. I felt like my memories had been suppressed for so long that I could not recall and could not remember. So we actually can do more damage to ourselves. I'm not speaking as a therapist. I'm not speaking as a mental health professional. What I'm speaking as is a mother, a wife, a woman who has experienced this stuff firsthand. And I know how when we don't listen to our bodies, when we don't rest when it's necessary, how it can impact us long term. When I went through 10 years of clinical depression, I've always been a strong person. And I'm actually talking to you strong people, and I'm talking to you strong people in this room. We are the worst about it. We are the worst about it because we are so used to carrying the load that we will pick up other people's burdens and we'll start carrying them too. And now we're pulling, we might start out with 100 pounds and then 1,000. Now we got 10,000 pounds and we're trying to figure out why am I about to have a nervous breakdown. But it's because you are tired and nobody has ever given you permission to rest. So what I'm doing today is I'm giving everybody in this room permission to rest. So I've already given you a permission slip. This permission slip is different. Normally when you have a permission slip, like I stated, your mom or your parent or your guardian or someone is required to sign off on it and check off and say, and validate us. And I'm giving you permission today to validate yourself, to tell yourself that I am tired and I need to rest. So we're going to come up with a game plan on how you can rest so that you can continue to do the great and awesome work that you're doing in our community. So this exercise invites you to release guilt around rest and reconnect with yourself beyond productivity. Rest is not quitting. How many of you have ever thought, if I rest, I'm quitting? Raise your hand.
All the time.
Yeah. Rest is not quitting. Rest is not quitting. Rest is not, it's actually restoring you. It's giving you the energy that you need. So I have a little demonstration that I do. I don't have one in front of me, but I'm a pitcher. I really am. I give to everybody around me. Anybody that's in need, I will give to them. And so I'm just, instead of just pouring myself into other people. But what's going to happen at the end of the day, if I went around this room and I gave all of y'all what I had in me, and then I don't take time to rest, what's going to happen? I'm going to be depleted. And that's what happens to each one of you too. What generally happens is pitchers hang around pitchers. Well, actually we hang around little cups that we're constantly pouring into. So we're constantly pouring into others. The purpose of this meeting is so that you can hang around other pitchers, so that we can help fill each other back up. So this little permission slip, I give myself permission to rest because, and I want you to write your reason out, because why do you give yourself permission to rest? So each person is gonna look different. So I give myself permission to rest because, and for me, because I've given so much to others. But for you, it might be whatever you want. I'm just watching them to see. We're still writing. Okay. When I rest, I am not being lazy. I'm being what?
Rejuvenated.
Okay, and whatever your word is, you'll write your word down.
Put rejuvenate on yours.
So you write your word down. So you're not being lazy, you're being what? If you're watching us, I'm hoping that you're doing this worksheet too. I'm giving you permission for you to give yourself permission to rest as well. Okay, one way I will honor rest this week is by what? How are we gonna honor rest? Okay, so the universal truth about rest is not a reward for work completed. We said that. Rest is a requirement for life sustained. And this is across humanity. One truth remains consistent. Nothing that is alive can thrive without cycles of rest. So we all have our permission slip. If everybody will sign and date it, keep this paper with you. Put it in your wallet, put it in your purse, wherever you need to put it. Take a picture of it. If you're one of those people like me, I know I'm gonna lose the paper. Take a picture of it. Take a picture of it.
I take a picture of everything.
Yes, and keep your permission slip. Keep your permission slip. This is your permission slip to actually rest. I'm currently working on a book I hope to publish before my birthday. It's called Permission to Breathe. Like I stated, I went through 10 to 15 years of clinical depression, and it was almost as if I needed somebody's permission. And I think that comes with validation, maybe the way you were raised. I was not the oldest child, but I lost my older brother when I was 13, so I always played the role. He actually thought I was his mama. So I've always kind of been that type of person, type A personality. And so I've always felt like I had to. If I stopped, it was like I was just juggling. If I stopped, the ball would drop. And that's just not true. I left a company, guess what? They're still standing. And so a lot of times we put pressure on ourselves and we think to ourselves that if I'm not here, if I don't do this or if I don't do that things are not gonna, and let me tell you something, they just keep right on going. When we're dead and gone, they're gonna keep on going. So I want to open up the floor to anybody to maybe share something that they wrote on their paper, if they feel comfortable sharing it, or something that you learned today from this exercise, and hopefully everybody was able to learn something.
Well, I put on mine, to give myself permission to rest because my mental health is important. When you don't rest, it takes a lot from your mental health. And if your mental health ain't stable, then everything behind that kind of crashes also. So, yeah, take care of your mental health.
Yeah, because we see people all the time with road rage or people that goes in the grocery stores and you're like, why did they blow up over somebody cutting in line? But they have just had enough. Mm-hmm. And they're tired of people taking, and they feel like they're defending themselves, but they really should have way back then. It was something. It was a straw that broke the camel's back. They should have a long time ago have dealt with whatever it was that they were going through. But we were talking earlier about bearing 10,000 pounds, and that's how it feels sometimes when you're going through life. And just so you guys know, in the room and who are watching, we all go through things. One of my goals in life is to make sure people know they're not alone, to make sure that people know that they're not the only person that's experienced that. One of the ways that I was able to stay in depression so long is I felt like I was the only one, and I'm not. I've sat in rooms where I've sat with mothers who've lost 2 children, and at the same time, and I'm thinking to myself, I could not bear that weight. And you never know what you're gonna go through, but believe me, whatever it is that you're going through, somebody else has been through it and they've made it, they survived. So, yes, Miss Felicia.
I was telling them, I'm not sure if I told my brother or not, but I was diagnosed in 2021 with ADHD and general anxiety. And what that entails is I'll try to take on everything and I'll have an anxiety attack. And I'm down for days. So I make sure that it don't take much to overwhelm me. So I'll say I just can't do it. So a lot of times, at first, I took it as a sign of weakness, but now I simply can't do it. I let other people know.
She
hey, I
done
need
told
help
me
with
no
this.
plenty of times.
That I need help with this. I need help with that. But the lesson that I learned is just the same as rest. You know, if somebody say, "Hey, can you do this?" I do. I say no. I don't give them an explanation. It's just simply no. Because I have burnt myself out trying to help other people. And the picture, it's running over, and they be like, "I'll take whatever's left that you got." You know, you sitting over here like this, I'll take the rest of that, you know, so
Right.
I'll take all your energy, I'll take all, and so, you know.
And us as humans, we got a problem with people saying no to us. Even in our mind, we think, oh, she can do that. But we got a problem with people saying no to us. Like, we're obligated for somebody to say yes. And you got to be willing to say no without feeling some type of way about it. So you got to be like, I'm also working on it, sister. Like, you got to be okay with saying no and not losing sleep about it.
And I've been on that side too. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I think on both sides we think no is a dirty word,
Mhm.
and so like we're scared to say it, and then the person's scared to receive it, and so like no is just one of those things that we have to become more comfortable with. Like, it's been since the beginning of time, people don't know how to say no.
Right, yep, right. And that comes with people inconveniencing you too. Like, I'm in my season where I'm gotta stop letting people inconvenience me. So I say yeah, and then
Just to be nice.
just to be nice, and then when it's time for me to do it, I got something to do. I'm putting off stuff that I had to do because I done told somebody else yes, and that becomes a problem.
That's putting others first. Well, I don't know what they call it, but what how I've identified it recently for me is if I say yes to everything for somebody else, then what am I really saying no to? And 9 times out of 10, you're saying no to yourself. I sat in a room, and this is when my mind shift. It wasn't the beginning of me starting to look at things differently, but it definitely impacted it. I got the opportunity to have lunch with a millionaire, and he asked me, the one question he asked me, said, "What are your core values?" And I said, "I have them written down at home." And he was like, "If you don't live them, they're not your core values." And so he was telling me that I needed, first of all, he said, anytime that you are saying yes to something, you're actually at the same time saying no to something. So you need to be able to identify what is it you're saying no to. So if I tell Miss Felicia that I can come over here and I can spend 4 hours over here working on a project for her, I just told my kids for those 4 hours, I cannot spend time with you. And so there's always going to be a trade-off, and we have to make sure that, what's our word, Tre'Dessa? That it's in alignment with our values and what our goals are in our life. Because if not, this is where, for me, this is how I feel like I went through depression. I wasn't aligned. I said I was this person. I tried to be this person, but I wasn't this person. And so another thing that I teach through WINGSInspire, and as well as International Life Consulting, that's my consulting business, is to be intentional, to live life fully every day, to live intentionally fully every day, live your life. Because if you're not, guess what's going to happen? That day that you're not living intentional, you're just out here wasting time.
You're right, absolutely.
This one thing hits home. My one sister, I told you, was disabled. She was shot in the head many, many years ago. And she lived with my parents for about 18 years. They passed. I took her up here. Well, it wasn't 6 months because with a brain injury, you have to do a lot. And I didn't know what to expect. I never had that in my situation. And it wasn't 6 months. I wound up having to have heart surgery. Yeah. And after that, it just seemed like one thing after another. So finally, I kept her in my house for about 3.5 years. And then it was time for me to find some place for her to go. Not that I wanted to get rid of her, but it was too stressful. It was too, yeah. She's in a group home now with 3 other ladies, so there's 4 of them. It's, they have staff there 24/7. They go different places. But I had to lose that guilt feeling that because I couldn't do it and I had to put her in a home. But I couldn't do it because it was taking from me. And that was my physical body it was taken from. And I visit her 2-3 times a week. I got a call this morning at 4:15, she slid out of bed. So, I mean, and I was over there. But, you know, I had to get over that guilt feeling that I'm still taking care of her. But I just don't have the hands-on 24/7.
Cynthia, I'll tell you one thing, and I don't know if you guys have thought about this, but I have in this last season, and I believe that it was intent that I had to experience that and go through it. But I have been trying to, and the word is called advocate, when you are supporting other people. And I've been trying to advocate for people, and because they're close to me, I feel obligated to do it. But what I'm finding in this season is, again, same concept, the same laws still apply, that if I take from over here, if I give over here, I'm taking over here. I'm taking from somewhere. So where am I taking from? So I'm trying to be mindful of that now in this season, and I'm realizing that I can't do even for the people close to me. Like, we're gonna feel guilty if it's a mama. We're gonna feel guilty if it's a spouse. We're gonna feel guilty if it's a child. We might even feel guilty if it's a coworker.
Yeah.
But sometimes we have to say, have y'all ever filled in for a coworker and they had to call out, or you knew they had something going on, and you're like, I'll cover for you, I got you. But what ends up happening, kind of like you said earlier, Jermaine, you end up getting double work. And that's how, if you look at it that way, it's all about perspective. You wanna share?
Okay, so I said I would honor rest this week by just resting, like just doing that and doing no work on the weekends. I volunteer with so many different groups. I mentor 5 girls. I work, I go to school to get my doctorate degree. Like, I'm doing so much, and I have to just rest. And like on the weekends, I'm the oldest of my mom's kids, so I'm always like taking my sisters around, doing this, doing that. And I'm like, no, like this weekend, I'm not doing any homework because I have other days that I can do that. I'm not going to do anything with my girls this week. Like, I'm going to do what I need for me. So that's how I'm honoring rest this weekend.
Right. It's a line, right, too, because like you're not completely cutting nobody off, even though that's what it sounds like to them when you say no. But you're not completely cutting nobody off. It's just like, let me get my time right quick, and and I can do it probably next week, but not right now.
And that's even a great point that a lot of times we don't think about. Sometimes you can say no, and maybe no isn't never. Maybe no is maybe another time. And one of the things I wanted to share with you, Tre'Dessa, is how many of you have ever used SMART goals? Anybody use SMART goals? Do you want to share what they are? Do you know what they are?
Specific, measurable, attainable,
realistic,
and timely.
Oh, I do that.
Yes.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Those are called SMART goals, and basically what you want to do is, so instead of Tre'Dessa or even myself or any of us saying, I'm going to rest and just leaving it out to the universe, because what will happen is somebody else will probably snatch that time from you. You literally put down Wednesday and block off a time. So you want to be specific. We'll answer that. So hopefully we got another resource for our community. But if you guys don't know about SMART goals, hey, Miss Cassandra.
I'm sorry. Miss Cassandra.
Come on in. You have a seat right here. I'm gonna get me a stool. If you want to grab me something to eat first, you want to grab something to eat. We just play with you. You have a seat right here.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
So this is Miss Cassandra, you guys. Can we still see brother?
No,
We still see him. Okay. So we've been having school.
Okay. Never stop studying. All our life.
Yeah. So I gave everybody a permission slip, and I'm gonna give you one too. Because when I tell you this lady right here is busy, but she is busy with a purpose. She's not just out there just.
Oh, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let her tell us who she is, introduce herself, who she is, what she does. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save you for last. We'll go around the room one more time. So I don't think we can share with the community enough who we are and what we're doing in our community. So we'll start over here with Jermaine. He'll tell us what we do, and then by that time, then we'll skip you, go to Tre'Dessa, and then we'll come back to you, Miss Cassandra. So you get comfortable.
Okay.
You
Yes.
say just tell everybody what we do.
Who you are and what you do again.
Because she wasn't here.
Because Miss Cassandra.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Jermaine Mills. I'm with Gateway to solution. What we do is we provide housing for veterans, homeless, less fortunate people based on income. And what we do is provide a shared living and just trying to solve the homeless population.
What area are you in, Jermaine? I was just thinking about it. What area do you represent?
The Greenwood area.
Oh, just Greenville?
Mhm.
So what about the outskirts? Do they have a gateway to solutions? Or
No,
just
we don't
Greenville?
just Greenville, but
Okay.
it's like,
Is it Greenville County, Greenville City, or just the whole Greenville?
it's the whole Greenville. I
Okay.
mean, I'm
So
not
like,
disregarding Simpsonville, Malden,
Oh, okay,
and
so
all that
those
stuff,
areas-
so you can come from anywhere.
Oh, okay. That's what, that's my
good.
question, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Miss Felicia?
She knows what
I'm okay, school teacher. Unknowing it.
This is Felicia with One for All Academy, and I prepare children for daycare through kindergarten, and then children ages 6 to 9 that's on a basic level. I help them get on track.
I'm Cynthia Chance, and I'm the president of the Dunning Mills Community Alliance, and what I do is basically come to meetings like this and bring resources back to our community so people know where to go. Otherwise, you're struggling and you have no idea. So I volunteer for the city, I volunteer, in our community. I'm working with the USC medical students every month, and so I just bring information back to our community.
Love it. I'm Frederica Hutchinson. I'm the executive director of WINGSInspire. If you've been following my channel, and I also have a YouTube channel. By the way, will everybody pull out their phones for me? Everybody pull out your phones, pull out your phone, pull out your phone. So I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Life Reimagined. If you will, please like and subscribe my channel. It is a new and growing channel. And what I do is I just document my life. I left my job, I started a nonprofit, I started a YouTube channel, and you guys can just follow me. And I do workshops, I do conferences, but my goal is just to help people find their purpose. And I really try to teach through identity, helping people find their identity and their skills so that they're able to be successful in life. So that's what I do. It's called Life Reimagined Show. And then
It's called what?
Life Reimagined, L-I-F-E, Life, L-I-F-E, and then Reimagined, R-E, R-E-I-M-A-G-I-N-E, D. And that's it right there.
Right there?
No, the second one. Let's go back. It's okay. Go back, and where'd it go?
It's gonna have to make it longer.
So, Life Reimagined.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah.
I know, I clicked on it and I heard us and I was like, oh. All right, Life Reimagined what?
A show. So let's do Life, L-I-F-E.
Okay.
I've already, so I'm
Yeah.
not just.
I was about to say,
Oh, Felicia, like she
No,
ain't.
you
Felicia saying I ain't
You weren't
joining.
about to call me out.
I was.
Okay, so we'll go to YouTube.
Show?
Show.
Okay,
YouTube.
got it.
And then we will do. And thank you guys, everybody. Well, we're watching now, so we got somebody watching.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll do Life Reimagined Show. Okay. And ta-da! So it says live, so we're gonna subscribe. Yay! Okay. So, yes, and that's something that you guys can do too, because all of us are going around to community. If you have YouTube, Facebook, whatever, when you're going to these places, one of the things that I do is I will meet someone, I'll get their phone number right then. Tre'Dessa, what do I do? She'll text. I will text them. What do I text them with?
A picture.
A picture of us. And the reason I do that is because so many times I meet people and I'll look at my phone, or this is what I used to do. That ain't what I do no more.
Right.
And I would look at the number and I would delete it because I was like, who is this?
Mhm.
Or I was afraid to call them. But once you've already made that first contact, it just makes it so much easier from there. So like me and Tre'Dessa, I didn't talk to Tre'Dessa for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and Cynthia for 2 or 3 weeks from the meeting we were in. But I felt comfortable reaching back out to them. They knew who I was. I knew who they were because there was a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's a little something that you can do. And a lot of the things, kind of like Miss Felicia with her program, it's just things that I do that are natural for me. Things that I automatically do. So those are things that I teach as well. So this whole permission slip that we're doing, I didn't get this out of somebody's book. This is something that through my life experience of me feeling guilty for resting, that I was able to develop, because I feel like, no, I don't need someone else's validation. I don't need someone else to tell me it's okay to rest. If anybody's gonna give me permission to rest, it's gonna be me.
Yep.
It's gonna be me. So everybody, we have a permission slip. Miss Cassandra, I gave you, okay. So Miss Cassandra have her permission slip, so we'll keep going around the room. We'll go to Tre'Dessa. You can introduce, oh, did I finish? Did I finish? Okay, so I have the WINGSInspire International Life Consultant. The International Life Consultant, I do my workshops, conferences, and I just want to keep expanding. I'm currently working on my first book. As I mentioned, Permission to Grieve. And again, that's kind of where today's permission slip comes from, is again, nobody has to give us permission to grieve. Nobody has to give us permission to rest. These are things that we can tell ourselves is okay, and we don't have to feel guilty. So that's me, Frederica Hutchinson.
Hello everyone, I am Tre'Dessa Smalls. I'm with Upstate Forever. I am their land planning and policy grassroots specialist. Super long title, sorry guys. I do advocacy and grassroots works, talking about land planning and policy. So looking at zoning and how things are planned in communities and all of that. Looking at vacant houses that are owned by LLCs. I also go to schools and teach young children about planning and about the ways that we deal with open space and green space, and how that's how it really helps us as human beings and all of that. So I do a lot of things with the community around land planning and policy.
Awesome.
Thank you. So last but not least, Miss Cassandra.
I am Cassandra Hayward. I have an organization called Feed a Foundation, which is young boys. And I said the foundation because if you don't have a foundation, you can't walk. So they got, a couple of them got dads in the home, but you can have a dad in the home not present. Am I right? So I started out because the Holy Spirit showed me that, I hope it's all right, I said it.
This is the thing
I'm
about
genuine.
This is the thing about me in any meeting that I'm a part of. Everybody comes as who they are, as their authentic self. I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care if you're Christian, whatever you are, that's who you are.
Okay, good.
For me personally, I know who has helped me through the process. The Holy Spirit has helped me personally, but that doesn't mean that that's for we're all, if I was born in India, I'm sure I would not be a Christian. I'm just 100% positive of that. But that doesn't make them or me wrong. It just means we're different. So
Okay.
you share your truth.
Okay, so let me go back. 2002, y'all know Broomtown, you familiar with Broomtown?
In Greenville,
In
I know
Greenville.
that.
In Broomtown?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I started out over there. Kids were going to college, so I raised money, had a lot of fun, food and all that. And so they could have stuff for their room. That was back then. Now, I've been out hands-on in the field. I don't have a 501(c)(3). I don't get funds. I believe God. And it hadn't been as easy as I'd like for it to be if I had that right support. But God is so good because I took them to Kentucky, Carolyn, the museum in North Carolina, Atlanta. Name it, we've been there. And that's just believing in.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I went through your book and I got to see a lot of things that you did. What was the place you were able to take them? It was a professional boxer or someone that gifted you like a weekend. Tell us about that.
In Atlanta, Holyfield. So I took them to a conference with the youth. And on the way back, I say, that's Holyfield property. Let's go and see if they'll let us come, right? So the security asked me, what are you doing? And I told him, do you know, he gave me tickets for everybody to come on their grounds it was 4th of July. Oh, we had the best. I got pictures,
I know.
you know, to show they were so happy. He had like 3 pools. I mean, it was just awesome. And I said, you see, it's not impossible. Things like this can happen.
What's the word? Alignment. That's our word.
Oh, okay. And so we went there, and then we met Martin Luther King's daughter. Because I was always trying to let them introduce them to people, take them out of the community. I don't want you to stay boxed in thinking it's just this what it is. So we will always do different things, and you know, I have to have them to have fun. My main goal is relationship. You can talk till you're blue in the face. If they don't know you care, they're just saying, yeah, what is in it for them, right? Now I got a young lady. She has 2 sons, and they in the program. She found out right before Christmas she's battling cancer. She did surgery, so she went to the doctor last Thursday, and it had spread. So we talked this morning. I told her, you know, what can I do to help you with the sons? Because they are part of, if you're a part of my organization, this is real. I'm not, like I said, relationship is everything. We do a lot of talking, but people don't want to put their hands, you know. That's why it's so important, you know, to be connected with people with resources to for real help them. And you know what, it can turn their life around, the whole family. So let me tell you, we did 5 galas, this last one. What I did, because I want them to understand that if you're ever really down and need some help, you know, this is what I believe. You can ask Jesus for help. You can get prayer from somebody. So I said, this is what you do. Answer me. Give me 1 character in the Bible. Tell me something, anything, just, you know, and then you're going to get an award. They didn't know a lot about it. But see, what I'm tell you what the wisdom is, I'm bringing the mother and the kids together to search it out. See, that's what you want. You want the family. So I sent them out a text. I said, are y'all studying? Have y'all been looking together? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we are targeting the kids, but you can send them back in at home, and it's not going to work
It's
out.
toxic. It's gonna spread. Toxicity will spread.
Right.
You have to heal again the root, the
Oh.
root cause, and that's the parents. And where do they get it from? The grandparents, that generation.
Cycle.
Yeah, cycles.
So I have one. I'm gonna call him a sponsor. He may not say he's a sponsor, but how I met him, I was ordering dinner for me and Abigail, my daughter. I was talking to Glory about what are we gonna be doing next. So he heard me talking about the youth. Every since in, when I'm doing a big trip, he would send me, like for this Christmas, he sent me $1,000. Who does that? I just met him. But see what I do trips. I do awards. I give them awards. You see what I'm saying? I'm not being somebody to say, well, you can't be giving, no, mind your business, because I know what I'm doing. You build a relationship. If this, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I watch and I see a lot of people give kids chips and sodas. Come on, we got to come up higher. We got to give them something that tangible, valuable, that's going to turn them around for real. They care about me. They are investing in me. Kids are an investment. I can say a lot more about it.
And what is your organization called again?
Feed a Foundation organization.
And we haven't done much with WINGSInspire, but would you like to share that as well?
Oh.
So WINGSInspire is a new organization, and we're currently trying to do more. Our goal is youth, individuals in the community, so families is in there. And Miss Cassandra, because I know the work that she does, and she's been doing it for so long. She didn't start with me, she ain't gonna end with me. But we have partnered, and she's our interim youth director. She's our interim youth director. We haven't had an opportunity to do as much as I would like, but 2026, that's one of the goals. And you just heard the vision of Miss Cassandra. So if you would like to help Miss Cassandra and help WINGSInspire, we do take donations. We are a 501c3. Our status is currently pending. But as soon as that's approved, we're probably in month 4, so we're just any day now, we should be getting a letter for that. But that's just one part, but what she said is so important, and that's the reason we're meeting here at Miss Felicia's, Development Center today, One for All Academy, and we were talking earlier before we had the camera out, that it starts with the youth. It starts with the youth. What they learn today is going to impact them tomorrow, and it's going to impact you. You may not think
That's
it, but who do you think is going to be taking care of you? Do you want a CNA who can't read, don't know how to measure medicine?
Jeez.
Think about it. Do you want the world that we want? We have to start crafting it and helping develop it today. If we don't develop these young people today, then who's going to take care of it? We're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. So we've done our worksheet. We'll let you. So we had 3 questions that we asked Miss Cassandra. I give myself permission to rest because when I rest, I'm not being lazy. I'm being whatever your word is. And then one way I will honor rest this week is by doing what? But this permission slip, you guys can use that to, I want you guys that if you're watching, we want you to also know that you don't need permission to rest. You don't need permission to grieve. I'm giving you permission to give yourself permission if you feel like you still need some permission, but I'm giving you permission to give yourself permission to rest or to grieve or to go through whatever it is you've been through. We were talking earlier about trauma, and if you don't deal with whatever was traumatic for you, it's just like carrying weights, and it will wear you out, it will deplete you, and you will not be able to serve that greater purpose, that greater calling that you have on your life. So that's pretty much all I have. Let me see, I do have another sheet, but I don't want to go too long. The permission slip is just one part of my rest series that I do. So I do what's called Heritage and Healing. Heritage and Healing is at the workshop that I do. I was doing it every single month at Long Branch, but guess what, y'all? I was burning myself out.
That's right.
Because to do an event that frequently, even
That's a lot of work.
that's a lot of work. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of, and so what I've decided, and I called Pastor Dogan. He's at Long Branch. He's another, just a phenomenal organization, church, and he partners with a lot of people in our community. If you guys ever are looking for not even just a great place to go and worship, which it is, but even needing community resources, they have a lot of resources for the community. But Pastor Dogan, he asked me a very wise question. And I was just like, Pastor Dogan, and I call him every month. I've been doing this. I think August was my first Heritage and Healing meeting. Miss Cassandra, she's been at them. I'm going to ask her to speak for a moment about what Heritage and Healing, her experience was, and Miss Felicia has too. But one of the things that he told me, I said, Pastor Dogan, I said, I feel like I have to have this meeting because I really feel like that's part of my call on my life. So I don't want to just dismiss that. But at the same time, financially, it's expensive, and personally, it's just a lot of work. And right now, I'm like a woman of one. There are some people that will step in and support, but for the most part, I'm doing a lot of the lead work. And he said, sister, he said, have you ever thought about, he said, now you don't have to do this, but have you just thought about it? Have you thought about just doing it quarterly instead of every month? And I said, hadn't thought about that. But as tired as I've been lately, that sounds real good. So we're gonna do it, and right now, and I even thought last night, I was like, is 3 months, is that still too soon? You know, maybe I may be calling him back today and saying every 4 months. I'm gonna do it. I'm making progress. I'm not stopping. So a lot of times when we rest or we pause or we reset, it just gives us energy and time to do more. Because that's the goal, right? Is to be able to impact as many people as possible.
Effective, yeah.
Oh, I love it. Effective. That needs to be our other word. Alignment and being effective. Okay. Well, I think that is all that I have. Double checking. Thank you guys. Anybody have anything else? Anybody, is there something, any events that are coming up that we haven't talked about that we want to make sure that others know about? Ms. Cassandra, you got anything going on?
No, the guys are going, oh yeah, in February, and easily, they're gonna be doing something Black History Month.
Yes.
So they'll be doing a play, and then, we go to workshops
Mhm.
twice a month. And that's at, the karate.
Oh, yeah.
On Cedar Line.
Oh, that's
and,
on Pendleton Street.
Yes, and then we're gonna go to,
Charlotte?
Shock.
Shop.
You know, Shock, he has the, school, well, I don't know if it's a school, but
gym?
box, yeah.
Boston Gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I do these things to build structure with them, and to build like a family, you know, cause yeah, it's a lot of kids want friends and
Mhm.
want to know that they're not out there by themselves.
We all do. We all do. We all need that, and that's why I host these WINGSInspire meetings. Is you weren't here earlier. I was saying so many times. Everybody, most of us in this room, we're givers, and we give, and a lot of times givers don't have anybody to give back. So we
That
want to
is.
make sure that's what I do. Part of my role here is to be able to pour back into you guys, so that you know that you can find other resources and that you can get replenished, so you can go back out there and do the work. Speaking of Black History Month, Pastor Dogan's having an event tonight at his church. And I just thought about it. It would be great to take the kids. I don't know if there's enough time to get that together, but he said he has because I was talking to him yesterday. He said he had to go pick up the speaker from the airport. He's from
Morehouse.
Morehouse.
Yeah.
Cool.
I forgot his name, but
I'm gonna
it's
try.
it's a part of the Unity MLK Week. So they're having it at
Long Branch.
I'll be there tonight.
You will? Okay, I'm gonna try to be there tonight at 6 p.m. Learned something interesting about my 9-year-old daughter, Elena. She had to do Elma Rudolph. Y'all ever heard of Elma? Am I saying her name right? She was a star,
She's a run track.
she used to run track. I might be saying her name. I know the last part, Rudolph, is right. But my daughter had to do a report on it, and she has been so excited about the report. Like, she wants me to hang it on the wall, and she wanted to make sure I read the front. And then she said, "Did you read the back?" And she was just, and she told me the other day, and I was so, she said, "I love Black History Month." And so I really do, and I'm glad we're talking about it, so I can remember to try to take her to that tonight. So it's at 6 p.m. If anybody is able to go. That's at Long Branch Baptist Church, 28 Bolt Street. I know that because I've had to put it on all my flyers. So 28 Bolt Street, that's Long Branch Baptist Church. And again, regardless of your denomination, it's a great opportunity to learn more, to be a part of community. And that's the thing about it.